India is high in digitization and therefore it is going to impact the privacy regulations. Why? Digital applications are collecting a lot of personal data, right? So in this video, we're going to talk about how are they reshaping the privacy regulations now and what is the future of it. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about how digitization in India is helping reshaping privacy regulations for now and the future. So what are the basic kind of applications? Very basic things like Aadhaar, the identification of an Indian citizen, UPI payments, they're all digitized. The small things, UPI contains all your banking information. So all your sensitive personal information is there on an app. Digi Yatra app also carries all your information, including your boarding passes and where are you destined to go on which particular date, right? So there's a lot of personal data that is getting collected and stored because of these apps, and there's a lot of data-driven governance that is coming in the country. Therefore, it's time to build up a strong privacy practice and to develop privacy practices around the personal data around here in India collected through digitization. Aadhaar, UPI, DigiYatra, three applications that I mentioned in the previous slide. There's a huge growth of fintech and health tech platforms. Taking a personal loan has become so easy. Just keep entering your PAN details, your personal details, your salary slips, your banking information. You might get a loan sanctioned in 5 minutes. You might get a loan dispersed into your bank in the next 15 minutes. Right? Same as with the health tech. I don't need to look for where are my old reports. I just get into the app and previous report available there. There's no end to it, and the volumes would keep increasing as more and more applications are going to come up, as more and more adoption of platforms, digital platforms is going to happen. There will be digital footprint across all industries, bringing up challenge like, for example, possibility of data breaches and cyber threats that would increase. Why would that increase? Larger amount of data being collected. Well, is just the volume of data that is responsible? Maybe, maybe not. But then, when they know there are a lot of personal data is being collected, and that's there where they want to attack, then the chances of breaches and cyber threats increase, and the users are not fully aware about the data privacy. So, what is the role of privacy regulations when it comes to digital India? Indian DPDP Act is already on. Right? It was on in August 23, and its rules have also been shared now. We call them DPDP Rules 2025. They are under public discussions, and then they will move on to finalization. The current focus of the DPDP rules in India are on consent management, that is, you should have a proper consent. On privacy notice, that is, you should inform your data principal as to how are you going to use their personal data, for the purpose of using it. Processing has to be very transparent. You need to care about the rights of the individual data principals, and you need to be very aware of the cross-border data transfer norms that you have for your country as well as when you transfer the data out of the country. Future, of course, we need to implement the DPDP rules, and we should expect sector-specific privacy norms also coming in. That means the privacy levels to be adopted by a fintech vis-a-vis a health tech could be different, right? And they could be because health tech needs the global thing, the information of the patient and his reports till around 10 years of his death, right? Fintech needs it only for some, many of them are saying only for 5 years of the data generation of information, right? So maybe even the privacy norms could change between health tech and fintech and other sectors. AI needs to be governed, privacy norms to be created around AI and automated issuance. What is the global influence of privacy in India? Well, is India global? Yeah, India is on the globe. The major impact, the major, you can say the title could be cross-border data transfer because our country, many of our companies now have a global presence. So even if they are sharing data within their organization, they are sharing data of Indian citizens outside India. The networks are outside India. So if the breach has to happen in the network, outside India, it means outside of India. India is also a global outsourcing hub. A lot of data processing activities get outsourced to India. Right? A lot of them. Even software development activities. So cross-border data transfer becomes very important. Though the DPDP Act is talking a lot about data localization, but cross-border data transfer norms are important because data would get transferred here and there. When it comes to using cloud service providers, when most of them have their services available in India, so you don't really need to go out of India to use a CSP, but then you have to find a way, even otherwise, to balance your requirement of localization and execution of the international trade agreements that you have done. India needs to collaborate with the international bodies. Future trends with respect to digitization in India and privacy regulations. Once the DPDP rules are fully implemented, the amount of data getting generated and protected and saved and stored would also increase at a very large volume, at a very large pace. Once the AI governance rules are done, then again you need a lot of safety, security, and privacy norms on AI. As we spoke, there could be sector-specific requirements, so sector-specific guidelines might be coming in soon. Businesses now should be getting ready to comply with the DPDP rules and look at the future of it. Individuals, as individuals, need to be very, very careful on sharing their personal data. Do it with only companies that you can rely on, do it with companies that you can trust. So that's about digitization in India and how it is impacting the privacy regulations. If you have any comments on the fact that how do you think the Indian privacy regulations would evolve in times to come, please share them in the comment section. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay tuned. If you like this video, press the bell and the like icon. Thank you.